5 top GOP senators come out in support of the new FISA deal. On Wednesday, Senators Mitch McConnell, Lindsey Graham, John Thune, Richard Burr, and John Cornyn released a joint statement calling the legislation needed and balanced. The measure aims to overhaul U.S. foreign intel surveillance protocols since the current system is set to expire Sunday. They said the deal addresses the abuses of 2016 without jeopardizing resources that keep Americans safe. They applauded the House for passing the measure with bipartisan support and said they look forward to voting to pass it in the Senate as soon as possible. One America's John Hines spoke with Ohio Congressman Jim Jordan on the matter.
It's a good step in the right direction. I would have loved to have more protections for American citizens, but this is much better in my judgment. That's why I supported it. Much better than where we're currently at.
What were the couple of major reforms that come to mind?
Yeah, well, look, we got this amicus process that kicks in when you're talking about an American citizen and their First Amendment liberties are at stake. You have this individual who's going to give more eyes, more insight, more focus on the issue in front of the court. That's a positive. You got a transcript that now goes to the Intel committees. First, the transcript gets made of the proceedings, then goes to the Intel committees. Imagine if Devin Nunes could have seen the transcript 3 years ago instead of us having to wait the 2 years we had to wait or whatever. It was the ridiculous amount of time we had to wait. So the idea that there's going to be some oversight after the fact is positive. The idea that we have enhanced penalties for people who lie to the court, omit information from the court, or leak information about the application to the public. We've now enhanced the penalties. That's a good thing. So the idea there will be someone looking at it after the fact, that there are penalties if you mislead the court, that sends a message. And then if it deals with First Amendment issues, you have someone at the court who's actually looking out for the interest of the person who's being targeted. So all those are important procedures. Then on the front end, we also have this idea that more FBI personnel are going to be looking at it. Finally, the last safeguard that's real important. There's an annual report that's due to Congress from the Inspector General. So that's new. So the same guy, Michael Horowitz, who wrote the report 3 months ago, that told us they lied to the court 17 times and all these abuses took place, that individual is going to be doing an annual assessment of what's happening at the FISA court with access to the information we're talking about. So those are the safeguards we put in place. But at the end of the day, the only thing that makes this all work is when people who do wrong are actually held accountable. So we need some people indicted who've done wrong, like the guy who falsified the email. There has to be someone who's actually punished and held to account. So let's hope the Attorney General and Durham's investigation get to that point.
And if you had your druthers, what additional provision would you like in the FISA bill?
Well, there's just a basic standard when you're talking about an American citizen. The FISA court requires probable cause to start the investigation, but some of the information that they can go get relative to business records, the standard is what's called reasonable suspicion. That's a little bit lower than probable cause. So that's one of the things we'd have liked to see changed. Mostly what we really want is what our constituents tell us. They want people held accountable because our constituents are so tired of the double standard. One set of rules for us regular folk, but a different set if your name is Clinton, Comey, Lynch, Lerner, Baker, Strzok, Page. That's the problem. So what we need is for the Justice Department to complete this investigation and hold people accountable, like the guy Mr. Horowitz pointed out in his report, the FBI lawyer who falsified the document that was taken to the court and helped the court decide to give this ability to surveil Carter Page. So that's the thing that really needs to change.
When might we see something from Mr. Durham, do you suppose?
This summer, I think. That's what the Attorney General said.
Want to see more videos like this? Click on the link below and subscribe to One America News on YouTube. And call your cable provider and kindly demand that One America News is added to your lineup. Call and subscribe today.